So Call of Duty just announced today that we're going to be getting a new update coming tomorrow, both for Modern Warfare multiplayer and Warzone. It's going to be one of the last Season 2 updates with a decent amount of content being added to the game. We're towards the end of March now. Season 2 is going to be ending at some point mid-April most likely, and we're pretty much done with all of the Season 2 content. We'll go through what new map they're adding tomorrow and what they're bringing us as sort of the end of the Season 2 content stream. And then also with Warzone, what is the new Warzone update tomorrow? 4 new weapons being added to the mode, and we'll talk about everything else that they're adding as well. So the first thing here, Modern Warfare welcomes in a host of new content this week, including a new map, Nander Hideout, where multiplayer fans can test out new strategies and tactics. Talon and his trusty dog, Indiana, join the fight with the Coalition in an all-new bundle. 4 new weapons will be available to find and equip in Warzone. An exclusive behind-the-scenes look at the making of Warzone is available now as well. New content included in tomorrow's update will be live at 11 p.m. Pacific time, which is a little weird. This is the first time they're doing these different times here. So that means 11 p.m. Pacific time, 2 a.m. Eastern time, and 6 a.m. GMT on Wednesday, March 25th. So it's releasing Tuesday night pretty much, and then for the rest of the people, it's releasing early Wednesday morning. So it's pretty much like this Tuesday update is actually coming out on Wednesday. So to go through a bunch of the content here is the final map we're receiving for Season 2. This is the 6v6 map. This is a small little section of it here. Obviously, maybe tomorrow or Wednesday morning we'll get an official trailer, a teaser trailer potentially, or at least a little more as to what this 6v6 map looks like. It says here, experience a new battleground with Nander Hideout. This medium-sized map in Circustan supports 6v6 play and has long sightlines and interior spaces to complement diverse combat ranges. The large centrally located warehouse is a hub of activity and a haven for CQB players. Hunt down your enemies and be wary of marksmen firing down lanes in Nander Hideout. This new map is available tomorrow, so ready up to jump in and play. Now, the last map they did release, at least the main 6v6 map we saw last time, was Atlas Superstore. This map generally I don't think was received that well. I don't personally like it too much. It's a bit too weird. The layout is a bit weird. Maybe that's just me. I saw a lot of you guys comment on the video when Atlas Superstore first came out. A lot of you guys did actually like it. Let me know down below, do you think Atlas Superstore was a good map, and what are your hopes and expectations for this final 6v6 map for Season 2? It's saying here it's a pretty decent map, a medium-sized map. I don't know what medium is in terms of Modern Warfare. Medium may be a large to Modern Warfare, because a large map in Modern Warfare, as we know, is a really large map. So hopefully it's not too crazy. Hopefully it's just a solid 6v6 map that brings us back into multiplayer, because right now, multiplayer is a bit dry. Warzone's really taking over, so hopefully it's just a decent map for us to play. Now, some more content here coming in the next update. We have a new operator joins the Coalition, Talon. Talon comes alongside his fierce dog, Indiana, that's also ready for combat. Indiana's skills are on display in Talon's finishing move, one of many items in Talon's bundle. The bundle also includes 2 legendary weapon blueprints and 2 tier skips. Visit the store this week and get the Talon bundle available tomorrow to jump into a multiplayer match or drop into Warzone with this new operator. So pretty cool operator. There's nothing much really to talk about here besides that this is one of the other Season 2 operators that they discussed to be released later on in the season, and now we are later on in the season, so now we're getting this operator pack. Now, the main thing here, we're switching over to Warzone. I saw a bunch of my comments. I made a couple of different Warzone videos where I asked you guys, what did you want, them to change with Warzone, to add to Warzone, new content, and I saw a bunch of your guys' comments. I'm pretty sure I put it up in my last video saying that we need more weapons. I'm playing Warzone and I'm seeing the same weapons over and over and over again, and now they're adding 4 new weapons to the rotation of Warzone. So 4 weapons, the 725 Mark II carbine, .50 caliber, EBR-14 will be available in the world of Warzone. Find these armaments across Verdansk in both common and uncommon rarities, then take aim against your opponents. Each weapon comes with distinct strengths in its class. Consider equipping them in loadouts to see how they match up on the battlefield. So here's the issue with this. It's going to be at least decent for the beginning of the game. When you're dropping into Warzone and you're first looting, you'll have these options compared to just the SCAR, the M13 over and over and over again. You'll have the 725, the .50 caliber, stuff like that. But these are only common and uncommon weapons. The legendary weapons are still the same in the game. And then for the most part, when you're playing Warzone, you're pretty much just getting $6,000 as a team or solo to get your supply drop, your drop kit, and then that's pretty much it. You're getting your loadout, and that's all you're getting there, and the loot sort of becomes not really a worry. So for me, I think it's really a matter of figuring out, do you want your loadout to be $6,000 within the game when it's so easy to get this loadout? I'm having this struggle. Within my last video, I talked about this, and there is honestly a split, idea within the comment section. Half of the people are enjoying being able to get your loadouts for $6,000 pretty cheap, pretty fast in the game. They don't like the fact that, loot is all around. There's so much RNG that's involved, and they just like being able to get your loadouts and play the game and focus on the gunfights, focus on moving around the map and attacking different teams. And I get that, and I definitely like that aspect of Warzone, but there's the other half where loadouts are just way too cheap, and it just dumbs down the game to simply buying your loadout and that's it. The whole looting aspect of Battle Royale in Warzone is completely thrown out the water. And the reason why I'm saying this here, I like to advocate for both positions, because at the end of the day, whatever they do, I'm just going to try to enjoy it as much as I can. But at least right now, them adding these new weapons, it's cool that we're getting an update to Warzone. It's cool that they're, adding some variety to the Warzone weaponry that's available. But at the end of the day, them adding these 4 weapons won't really change the fact that, you're going to get your loadout anyway. And at the beginning of the game, maybe the 725 or the EBR-14 will make it a bit different for like 4 or 5 minutes potentially. And that's it. After in 5 minutes, you get your $6,000 as a team and you'll never use those weapons again. So that's just my argument there. It seems like there needs to be something done, and maybe they're thinking about doing something. I'm not so sure. We'll just have to see. If you guys have any other follow-up thoughts, if you've seen my other videos, or if you're new, this is the first time you're watching my video or my channel, let me know your opinions on that, because I'm really conflicted with that. When I play Warzone, I like being able to get my loadout early on, but I can see the reason why people don't like that as well, and how these updates are almost meaningless by loadouts being so cheap, and any of the loot that they add just is sort of meaningless, and there's no point in even adding it. So some more information here about tomorrow's update. In Warzone, the Battle Royale Solos playlist continues this week. Take the role of a mercenary and fight to outlast the collab in Battle Royale Solos. Brush up on tips and tactics in this game's blog article for solos, or even pick up more in-depth information in the free official Warzone strategy guide. So the point of this here is obviously, yes, solos will be continuing. This means, however, that solos, at least it seems like, isn't a permanent thing within the game. If they're saying it's continuing this week, that's leaving the possibility that it may have not continued this week. It's not like they're saying, oh, Trios is continuing this week. No, because Trios is a main part of Warzone. They're pretty much saying here that solos is almost like a limited time playlist within the game. And we talked about yesterday, there have been leaks about duos being added to the game. Potentially, duos could have been added in this week's update. That's clear now that duos is not going to be added, but it looks like duos probably in next week's update, or pretty soon, whenever that update is, duos is going to replace solos, and that's what it seems like here. And I think from a lot of people, I'm on Twitter, I follow a bunch of different people that play Call of Duty, play Warzone, different streamers, different YouTubers, and obviously you guys play the game as well, so you can always comment below and let me know how you're feeling about solos. But from what I've seen, people aren't really enjoying solos. I've just been seeing solos have been a camp fest. They don't play that well whatsoever, a lot slower than trios, and trios generally is like the dominant mode within Warzone. I haven't even played solos. I don't really want to play solos. I did before, but from what I've been seeing, it seems like it's just not worth it, and it seems like it's just more fun playing trios within the game. And I could see how solos gets to the point where you get 6,000, you get your loadout, and you just are camping in all these different parts of the map. And I don't know, maybe some games of solos are better than other games of solos. That's probably clear. Maybe it's just an outlier, but I'm not so sure. Let me know down below. I feel like duos might be a good thing to be added to the game, and from what they're saying here, like I said, it seems like they're not making solos a permanent thing. Maybe they wanted to make solos a permanent thing, but then they realized like, oh, people really aren't, liking solos that much, so let's try duos and let's see how it works. And then again, squads, I still want them to add squads. Squads would definitely be really fun for players, and they'll probably add that eventually down the line. But next up, to replace solos, will most likely be duos. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy. That's the update coming tomorrow night, I guess Wednesday morning, early Wednesday morning. So that's the situation there, and that's pretty much it. Leave a comment below, update if you watched the whole video. As always, it's greatly appreciated, and I'll see you guys later.